Welcome back to My Family's Got Guts. Ben Lyons here with preliminary tournament action between Gahres G-Dogs and Dionne. We've had two awesome events so far. We kicked things off with Free Run City and then took it high above the rim for Sky Slam. In the lead, it's Gahres G-Dogs with 77 points. Let's see how they got there with some ridiculous highlights. Donald on the Sky Bridge having some trouble with those catwalk swings. Check him out, parallel to our arena floor. And then it was Sherry over on the skyscraper. First she tried it on the right, then she tried it in the middle, and ultimately she had to use the maximum time allowed. That set up the green squad, who were able to take control as Kathy has no problems with the skyscraper, and John Mark makes his way around the water tower. The green team victorious in Free Run City. Next, we went above the rim in Sky Slam. Check out DJ throw it down with authority. But Big John had something to say about that. Look at the big fella throw it down. They went for the block, couldn't get there in time, and it's all Gahres G-Dogs. Asha, Gahres G-Dogs dominating our first two events, but I would not rule out Dionne Dash.
No, definitely not. And you know what? I would even call the locker room the strategy room. It's where the teams figure out their gameplay.
That's right. Who did they decide to have run up this mighty mountain behind us?
Well, you know, this is a tough event. It's the final event of the day. I hope they chose wisely. Let's go to the matchup to find out. It's going to be Sherry for quickness and Danny for vertical speed for Dionne Dash. And for the Gahres G-Dogs, it's Kathy for focus and John Mark for agility. Ben, break down the aggro crag for us.
We're ancient but modern. Terrifying yet strangely inviting. The aggro crag siren call is luring our families even closer. And the time has finally come for our two teams to take on the magical mountain. Competitors will start at base camp, where player number 1 will attempt to make it through a blast of Arctic steam and up the ice serpent switchbacks. Then, it's a fierce climb up the skeleton stalagmites while facing the fury of the frozen lava storm to reach Avalanche Peak. But oh my friends, that's only the beginning. If player number 1 makes it to Avalanche Peak, he or she will have to activate the ice portal, behind which player number 2 awaits. Once the frozen gates of the ice portal open, then player number 2 will have to steel themselves against the chill fear in their hearts and traverse the glacial gorge and face the cliffs of the vertical freeze. This is the actual face of our mythical monster, and 2 of our players will be staring right into it as they attempt to surmount the 22-foot-high sheer climb out of the mist and the fog. For this is the only way to the summit, the Crystal Peak, and victory. Let's go to Asha for the rules.
Player 1 must start. They must set off all 3 actuators before activating the ice portal. Then player 2 will begin the vertical climb. Each team has their own side of the crag to climb and conquer, and the first team to the summit wins the game, Ben.
Asha, I can feel the aggro crag rumbling. The players are set. Let's start it off.
Okay, green team, you're in the lead by 57 points, which means you've earned a 5.7-second head start. You'll go on my whistle. Red team, you wait for the judges. Players, on your mark, get set.
The green team's got that head start, using everything they can to make their way up the ground. Now it's Sherry. She's trailing. Can she make up the difference? Here we go, as the green squad heading towards Avalanche Peak. Important to hit all 4 actuators. Now, the ice portal has been opened. The green team, John Mark, making his way up the vertical freeze. Now the red team, right behind. They're making their way up the top towards Crystal Peak. The green team holding on to that lead, but it looks like Danny from Dionne Dash is right behind him. Who's it going to be as we get towards the top of Crystal Peak? It's the green team. The green squad started off with a head start, and they were able to hold on here atop the mighty aggro crag. It was very close heading up the vertical freeze. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. You see the green squad getting off to that early head start, making the most of it, heading up towards the skeleton stalagmites. The aggro crag coming down on our competitors. The red squad gave it everything they had, but overall, that head start was too much to overcome, as Gahres G-Dogs are our winners. Congratulations to the green team. Now, take your slide to victory. The green team is victorious. An impressive run up the aggro crag. Asha, come give him their first piece of the mountain.
Congratulations, green team. Here is your magnificent trophy, a piece of the glowing rock. Hold it up.
Hold that thing up.
Hold it up. Yes.
Tell me, what was it like to finally reach the top of the Aggro Crag?
It was tough, but it was awesome.
It was tough, but it was awesome. Well said. Now, for you guys on the sideline, what was it like as it was neck and neck up the vertical freeze?
I was nervous about the whole thing.
Yeah, like when he got up the rock wall and they were neck and neck, it was pretty crazy.
Now, you guys are heading on to the semifinals. What are you expecting in the next round?
A lot more hard work. A lot more hard work.
It's not going to be easy, but once again, hold up that piece of the mighty mountain. You guys deserve it. Asha, what does this mean for the rest of our tournament?
Well, Gary, G-Dogs, you do progress to the semi-finals. You're going to find out who you play after the next game when the Kickin' Johnsons take on the Richards Riptide. But for now, G-Dogs, do you have it?
We'll see you next time when two families compete to go on to the semifinals. They'll get it on in the Extreme Arena, and of course, they'll take on the mighty Aggro Crag. No ifs, ands, or buts. My family's got guts. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Great. Now give me 5 alts.